Ever wonder why your cat sometimes ignores their name but instantly reacts to certain sounds? Today, we're diving into the science of feline hearing to uncover 11 sounds that are guaranteed to grab your cat's attention. Understanding this can completely change how you communicate with your cat. The last one is my favorite, and we have prepared a special gift for you, so stay tuned until the end. Sound number 1: high-pitched noises. Our beloved cats have superhuman, or should we say, super feline hearing, one of the most finely tuned auditory systems in the animal kingdom. Yes, that's right, cats are superheroes. They can hear ultrasonic frequencies up to 64 kilohertz, far beyond the human range, which is 20 kilohertz. That means they can hear sounds that are nearly 2 octaves higher than even dogs. But it's not just about frequency. Cats also have an incredible ability to pinpoint exactly where a sound is coming from. Cats have 32 muscles in each ear, which allows them to rotate their ears 180 degrees independently. This helps them pinpoint the source of sounds. And they can also use their ears to communicate. And most importantly, they use them to perfectly ignore you when you call them. Scientists call this selective hearing. I call it expert-level SAS. Wild cats needed to hunt small rodents that communicate in ultrasonic squeaks, which are high-frequency sounds. This means many everyday sounds that are meaningless to us are hyper-relevant to your cat. If you've ever made a high-pitched squeak or whistling sound and watched your cat snap to attention, you've already witnessed their sensitivity to these frequencies in action. You might notice your cat exhibiting what ethologists call orientation behavior, freezing in place, ears swiveling independently to triangulate the sound's location, followed by an alert posture where they lower their head slightly and prepare to pounce. This entire sequence happens in just seconds, showcasing the incredible neurological wiring that connects their ears to their hunting instincts. Sound number 2: certain musical notes. Does your cat seem to have musical preferences? Your cat's musical preferences aren't random. They're deeply connected to their communication systems. Researchers have developed cat music with frequencies that match a cat's natural vocal range. A study from the University of Wisconsin found that cats respond positively to specific tempos and pitches that mimic purring or chirping. Dr. Charles Snowden, who led this research, collaborated with composer David Tay to create music specifically designed for cats. Their findings showed that cats displayed significantly more interest and positive responses to cat-specific music than to classical human music. They found that cats prefer music that's in the frequency range they use for communication, and with tempos that match purring and suckling rhythms. The most attention-grabbing notes for cats typically fall within the 55 to 64 kilohertz range, far higher than what human ears can detect. Within our hearing range, cats seem particularly responsive to higher notes that mimic bird chirps or rodent squeaks, especially when played in short, rhythmic patterns. Interestingly, a Japanese study found that cats showed reduced stress responses when exposed to classical music with dominant frequencies similar to purring, around 25 kilohertz. This suggests that certain lower frequencies can also capture attention through a calming rather than alerting effect. Some cat owners report that their cats seem drawn to specific instruments, particularly string instruments like violins or the higher registers of piano. This might be because these instruments can produce overtones in frequencies that match prey sounds or kitten vocalizations. Do you play music to your cats? And what kind of music captures your cat's attention the most? Let us know in the comments below. Stories about your special relationship with your cat make this space truly heartwarming, and we are so grateful for each and every one of you. Sound number 3: high-pitched kitten calls. Maternal instinct activator. Few sounds in the feline world carry more biological significance than the sounds of kittens. High-pitched kitten calls are the squeaky meows baby kittens make when they need help, which mother cats are wired to hear and respond to right away. Research from the University of Lincoln has shown that high-pitched sounds in the frequency range of kitten distress calls consistently trigger attention and often protective behaviors in adult cats, particularly females regardless of whether they've ever had kittens. These sounds bypass normal auditory filtering and activate immediate emotional and attentional responses. They activate the same neural pathways in the feline brain as a human baby's cry does in the human brain. They simply cannot be ignored. What makes these sounds so powerful is their unique structure. Kitten calls, for example, have a special quality known as roughness, a rapid, choppy sound pattern that makes them impossible to ignore. This is why mother cats instinctively respond to their kittens' cries, and why certain high-pitched sounds instantly grab your cat's attention. Many of these sounds also rise in pitch, similar to distress calls in the wild, triggering a cat's natural instincts. Understanding this powerful auditory trigger offers insight into one of the most fundamental aspects of feline psychology: the deeply ingrained social behaviors to ensure the survival of the next generation. So if your cat isn't listening to you, try switching to a high-pitched baby talk voice. They might just come running, or they'll judge you silently from across the room. Sound number 4, the infamous bzz, bzz, bzz sound. Many cat parents use a bzz, 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 or kissing sound to get their cat's attention, and it often works like magic. These sounds mimic natural small animal noises like rustling leaves or chirping insects that cats would be instinctively drawn to while hunting. Their brain is wired to notice these quick, sharp noises because they could indicate the presence of prey. Some researchers also suggest that cats respond to it because it's a universally human-associated call that they've learned to recognize. In nature, feline mothers sometimes make rapid clicking or hissing sounds to gather their kittens, so there may also be a maternal communication component that makes this sound particularly effective. Try using a soft pss, pss, pss sound when calling your cat to reinforce positive interaction. You might be surprised at how quickly they respond, though they'll still look at you with that "I acknowledge your existence but choose to ignore it" expression we all know and love. Sound number 5, other cats meowing, recorded or real. Have you ever played a video of a cat meowing only to have your cat immediately react? Cats are extremely sensitive to the sounds of other cats. We all know that contrary to popular belief that cats are entirely solitary, feline social structures are complex, and communication between cats is extremely sophisticated. When a cat hears a friendly trill, purr, or chirp, it can trigger curiosity and even a social response, especially if they're socialized with other cats. Playing recordings of purring can calm some anxious cats, while recordings of claws, scratching, and paws running quickly across the floor almost universally triggers an alert response because it indicates either play opportunity or potential danger. Cats display unique brain activity when they hear sounds made by other cats versus similar sounds from different sources. Using non-invasive EEG monitoring, researchers discovered that cats' auditory cortex shows specialized patterns of activation in response to feline-specific sounds. Cats have dedicated neural pathways for processing sounds made by other cats. Cats can also distinguish between the sounds of familiar and unfamiliar cats, and they respond differently depending on the tone and meaning of the meows. This specialization likely developed to help them identify potential threats, mates, or offspring. For multi-cat households, cats learn to distinguish the unique sounds of their feline housemates, from the specific pattern of their paw steps to their particular breathing sounds, and respond differently to familiar versus unfamiliar cat sounds. Sound number 6, crinkling or rustling bags. We all know that moment when you reach for a bag of chips or open a grocery bag and your cat comes rushing from another room. But why does this specific sound have such magnetic power over our fur babies? The crisp, high-frequency sounds of plastic, paper, or foil crinkling trigger something primal in your cat's brain. Unlike steady background noises that cats can easily get used to and ignore, the random, unpredictable pattern of crinkling sounds is particularly stimulating to cats. These sounds share acoustic properties with the sounds made by small prey animals moving through dry leaves or grass, so their hearing is tuned to detect high-frequency rustling sounds better than almost any other noise. Also, cats are masters at learning to associate the sound of certain packaging with food or treats. A study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that cats showed increased salivation and attention when exposed to sounds previously paired with feeding, even when no food was present. The texture of bags adds another dimension. Many cats are attracted not just to the sound, but also to the tactile experience of walking on or pawing at crinkly materials. For some cats, this attraction becomes so strong that we need to be careful with plastic bags due to suffocation or ingestion risks. Before we reveal the next sounds, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to help our community grow. We are crazy about cats, and we need your support to continue providing valuable insights that will help you strengthen the bond with your cat. And don't forget to listen until the very end, because we have a special surprise prepared for you as a token of our appreciation for being a part of this wonderful community. Sound number 7, birds chirping. Have you ever seen your cat staring out the window, completely hypnotized by the sounds of birds? Some cats even make a weird chattering noise in response, almost like they're talking to the birds. This reaction is deeply rooted in their hunting instincts and an irresistible call to attention. Cats are mesopredators, middle-level predators, with birds being a significant part of their natural diet. Their entire sensory system is optimized to detect and locate birds, with hearing playing a crucial role in this hunting strategy. Research using functional imaging of cat brains shows that bird sounds activate not only the auditory processing centers, but also simultaneously trigger activity in the parts of the brain responsible for predatory behavior and reward anticipation. Not only that, cats display what researchers call audio prey detection mode when exposed to bird sounds, a distinctive pattern of ear movement, pupil dilation, and neural activity that differs from their response to other environmental sounds. The chattering or chittering behavior, characterized by rapid jaw movements and quick, quiet vocalizations, is a fascinating display of feline instinct. This behavior combines excitement and frustration, serving two purposes. It mimics bird sounds and represents an instinctive killing bite motion. Cats typically exhibit this when they spot prey that's enticing but out of reach, showcasing the complex interplay between their hunting instincts and environmental stimuli. Recordings of bird sounds can be effective environmental enrichment for indoor cats, stimulating natural behaviors and providing mental stimulation. However, these sounds need to be used in moderation, as constant exposure without the ability to complete the hunting sequence can potentially lead to frustration. Sound number 8, running water. Whether it's a dripping faucet, a flowing shower, or a bubbling fountain, the sound of running water has an almost magnetic effect on many cats. Cats are attracted to the sound of moving water, as it usually indicates a fresh, clean water source. In the wild, cats instinctively avoid stagnant water, which is more likely to harbor contaminants and bacteria. Their instincts tell them moving water is fresher and safer to drink. This preference for running water can actually benefit their health. Many cats tend to drink more water when it's presented in a moving form, such as from a cat fountain. Increased water intake can be particularly beneficial for domestic cats, as it helps prevent urinary tract issues, which is a common health concern in indoor cats. Now, here's something really fascinating about this behavior. The sound of running water activates both the auditory processing centers in a cat's brain and the regions associated with reward and pleasure. Similar to the brain's response to prey sounds, but without triggering the same predatory behaviors. The sound of running water also seems to have a calming effect on some cats. Anxious cats sometimes relax when exposed to the gentle sound of flowing water, possibly because it represents a safe, natural environment. Sound number 9. Kissing squeaks or clicking noises. Those little kissy noises or tongue clicks you make to call your cat actually tap into your cat's natural communication system and hunting instincts. When you make kissing or clicking sounds with your mouth, you're unknowingly mimicking sounds that have special significance in the feline world. These short, sharp sounds are acoustically similar to the sounds made by small prey animals, immediately triggering your cat's predatory attention. Small, sharp sounds like clicks might resemble the sounds of insects or small rodents moving in vegetation, which would naturally draw a cat's attention as potential prey. So essentially, you're pretending to be a snack to get your cat's attention. The things we do for love. But there's another fascinating dimension to why these sounds work so well. Research in feline communication shows that mother cats often use similar short, chirp-like vocalizations to get their kitten's attention. By making these sounds, you may be tapping into deeply ingrained responses that developed during your cat's kittenhood. So next time you make those little kissy noises to summon your cat, know that you're speaking a language that resonates with both their wild hunting instincts and their earliest communication. Sound number 10. The sound of a can opening. We couldn't make this list without mentioning the most iconic sound of all. It doesn't matter how silent and sneaky you try to be. The second your cat hears that metal lid pop open, they are in the kitchen acting like they haven't eaten in years. The can opening sound response also showcases cats' impressive hearing discrimination abilities. Studies using high-definition audio recording and analysis have shown that the typical electric can opener produces a distinct acoustic signature in the 2 to 5 kHz range, with a specific rhythmic pattern. Cats can distinguish this from similar-sounding kitchen appliances with remarkable precision. Cats have exceptional memory and quickly form associative learning patterns. If they hear the sound of a can opening and food follows, they'll link the two forever. Unlike many sounds we've discussed that tap into innate responses, the can opener response is a textbook example of classical conditioning. Through repeated associations, cats learn to connect the specific acoustic pattern of the can opener with the imminent arrival of food. What's remarkable is how quickly and strongly this association forms. Cats can establish these sound reward connections in as few as 2 to 3 pairings, and the memories can last for years even if the association isn't repeated regularly. Sound number 11, your unique voice. The final sound on our list is our favorite one. It's your voice, but specifically the unique pitch and tone you use when speaking directly to your cat. Neuroimaging studies have revealed that when cats hear their owner's voice, especially using higher pitch, exaggerated intonation, it activates both the auditory processing centers and the emotional centers of their brain. This becomes even more fascinating when we look at long-term relationships. Research shows that cats living with their owners for more than 2 years showed enhanced brain responses to their specific owner's voice patterns compared to cats with shorter relationships, suggesting this connection strengthens over time. That's why cats are able to recognize and respond to so many different words depending on how you condition them. And the more time you spend with your cat, the deeper your bond grows. They become finely attuned to your moods, emotions, and even your smallest gestures of love. Cats have a way of touching our hearts deeply in the most unexpected ways, bringing comfort, companionship, and joy into our lives. Truly, our cats are a precious gift from God that enriches our souls and changes our lives forever. As a heartfelt thank you for being part of our community, we've prepared a special gift just for you. Click on the pinned comment below to access your complimentary recording of captivating sounds that will surely grab your cat's attention. We'd love to hear about your cat's reactions, so please share them with us in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, And be sure to check out our next video for expert tips on deepening your bond with your furry soulmate.